everybody. It's a pleasure to be here with you, sharing these experiences all around the world. I'm going to talk about some emerging trends that we found as part of the research work of the Colombian ECO Innovation Center. Colombia is part of Latin American countries that has significant progress in the use of ICT to improve governance, specifically on issues related to good governance. We have been working specifically on issues related to good governance and administrative efficiency, transparency, and citizen participation. Right now, Colombia, as many countries around the world, is also facing some new challenges caused by the fast renewal of digital technology, the constantly growing generation of information, and the increase of citizens' expectations. To address this new challenge in public administration, the Colombian E-Government Office has promoted the creation of an E-Government Innovation Center. This project is led by ICT Ministry through its E-Government Office in partnership with the United Nations Economic and Social Affairs Department and the United Nations Development Program in Colombia. The E-Government Innovation Center aims to strengthen the capacity for innovation in public agencies through services as, for example, e-gov knowledge management tools, innovation labs on specific situations to be solved, and activities to promote the culture of innovation in the public agencies. Among its activities, the E-Government Innovation Center seeks to provide useful information so the public agencies can innovate systematically. In this regard, the Center has adopted a methodology that identifies and documents trends on e-government through a collective construction process. This methodology has different stages of trends according to their degree of adoption. The first one is niche trend, which means that the trend begins to appear, and the evidence of its existence is only in a specific niche or group. The second one is tipping point trend. The trend goes from a niche to the public opinion through some media, social, or consumer actions. Then, the mainstream trend, which means that the consumer has adopted the trend and there are various local and global evidence. Finally, the reuse trend, which means that the trend is reinvented after being used, so it's split of the moment through some adjustments according with the cultural changes or new fashions. In this opportunity, I want to share with you three trends and its classification. The first trend is participative planning. This trend is at mainstream degree because several governments adopted it a while ago and is part of the Open Government Partnership. In this trend, governments have realized that opening their decision-making processes help the development of democracy. This trend allows citizens' participation in the planning budget, legislative initiatives, and reforms. In this slide, you can see three examples of these trends. First one is the Argentine Supreme Court, which has a portal that provides citizens digital tools so they do consultations, make suggestions, and give opinions to the different areas involved in the provision of justice. The second one belongs to Peru, where the National Government Office and Information of Peru, with the aim of involve people from different regions of Peru in topics related with planning and decision-making from a focus of territorial development, have designed a virtual space called Say Uite. Maybe I pronounced this in a wrong way. But it means a special methodology that the Incas used to plan location in their harvest, for example. And another example is in USA with the New York City Open Data. This is the last example that we found, and it is promoted for the Mayor Office of Data Analytics and the Department of Information Technology and Telecommunications, and also the New York City Digital, which work together to collect, analyze, and to share New York City data to create a better city, and also supported by database decision-making and to promote public use of city data. And at local level in Colombia, it's useful to have open platforms to discuss and design policies with the participation of citizens, public servants, business, educational sectors, and researchers. This is one example. and is focused on the smart cities policy that we are just now defining. The citizens can contribute on topics such as public services, competitiveness, infrastructure, habitat, culture, resources, and social matters. The platform, for example, revealed that the citizens have a strong focus on competitiveness right now, and also they are interested in knowledge management and participation. The second trend that I would like to share with you is the open innovation for government. This trend is at a tipping point in the degrees that I mentioned before, and that aims to find different solutions to government challenges through open innovation processes that involves citizens and private sector to generate and implement solutions. Here we have also three examples. One is Nesta Neighborhood, which is from the United Kingdom, and it is a program from Nesta and the Big Lottery Fund, which is supporting 17 community organizations across England to support community innovation. Another example is the International Space App Challenge, which is an international massive collaboration scenario that takes place over 48 hours in different cities around the world. The event embraces collaborative problem solving with the goal of producing relevant open source solutions to address the global needs, both applicable to life on Earth or life in space. There is another example, the last one, which is Amsterdam Apps. It is an initiative to make available the information of the city to developers from them to prepare apps, and also help city developers to prepare their apps to the market. And in the local, in my country, we have also an initiative that is called mobiles.gobiernolinea.gov. In the line of open innovation process, we have been working the last year solving more than 40 contributorial challenges in different sectors, from human rights or post-conflict management to educational or environmental care. All this by creating innovative mobile solutions with the participation of government, agencies, citizens, entrepreneurs, students, and direct affected people of each challenge. As an example of this, the last month in Colombia we worked on agricultural sector challenges. In this process we invite representatives of the Colombian agro-production chain. First, to define the principal challenges and prioritize them, and then to solve them. For 48 hours, more than 100 software developers, 20 young agricultural leaders, more than 20 representatives of agricultural chain, and more than 18 public agencies working together and solve challenges as, for example, the asymmetry of information between producers and intermediaries, better ways to sell or buy the products, find solutions for breaks or damages in the harvest, or find better financial options for the farmers. It was a really amazing experience to see what is possible if you join all this knowledge in a common object. The final trend that I would like to share with you is the gamification for government. This is a trend that is being implemented at a niche stage because just few governments are implementing. In this regard, governments are adopting strategies learning from the entertainment industry and game design to make activities and projects where citizens find their participation easier and exciting. Gamification is a powerful strategy to influence and to motivate groups of people based in the use of game mechanics in non-recreational environment and applications. Proper implementation of gamification strategies allows to move from mere connectivity to compromise, making the community members, employees of a company, school students, inhabitants of a city, and virtually any group or individual engaged with actions that generally require an effort. Some examples are at Mongo.com in USA by the Federal Trade Commission, FTC, which is responsible for enforcing laws that prohibit unfair and deceptive advertising and marketing practices. They developed at Mongo to boost advertising literacy in children, for example. The other example is at the United States also in National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, where they include games and interactive activities in their website focused on ocean and air topics to teach the people how to deal with these topics. And the other example is in UK, London Fire Brigade, in United Kingdom, where they have designed a set of games and quizzes to teach people how to manage a fire incident. For example, how to keep safe from fire. And this is our example of the use of this trend. In Colombia, we have a strategy called Revolution. It is a strategy for our ICT ministry with the aim of bridging the digital divide by expanding knowledge of new technology, especially of internet, to those communities that for different reasons have not yet entered the digital way. Through its website, Revolution implements a visual strategy of games to engage visitors in understanding the initiative and in harnessing its benefits. Additionally, this platform aims to create a community of revolutionaries who, under a scheme of collaboration, as it would happen in a group game, bring the knowledge for the purpose of the initiative. So, which are the main learnings of these three big trends that I showed you today? First of all, we think that government needs to create open structures that enable citizens to understand and make decisions about budget, for example, planning or legislative initiatives or major reforms. But also it's necessary to have in mind to accept the results of the process to really build trust. In the second one, we have another recommendation, and it's that governments need to create different participation ecosystems where industry, academy, and civil society can address their challenges in an innovative and competitive way. But also, they have to design ecosystems in which all of the parts receive value. And finally, government needs to create fun and encouraging dynamics that stimulate the participation and engagement of the people, but focus on goals, so the game don't be the most important. Thank you very much.